Hi, this is Mike. This is my variegated ficus. Don't ask me for more information than that, other than I bought this tree at Groby Nursery in between, let's say outside of Kitchener. A couple years ago. It's grown really strongly, and it is December in southern Ontario, and it's time for pruning. Okay, so we've got the front of the tree here. And over time I have done some pruning, basically opened up the trunk, which is fairly straight. It's got a decent amount of taper, at least by my, let's say, newer hobbyist standards. And I see there's some interesting roots. I'm going to wait until the springtime to probably repot this. But let me just kind of give it a spin. Couple of things that occur to me. You'll see there was some wires that were on for too long. Here, for instance, you see there's a couple places that was the case. Unfortunately, I'll just have to let that grow out. This first, I don't know if I need this lower branch. I'm gonna have to think about that. But certainly this second branch, I kind of want to keep it for some symmetry with the other side. It's very thin at the moment, so I don't think I'll be pruning this one back at all. Perhaps, certainly pruning these ones, and in hopes that this one will catch up at some point, but it's fairly far behind. Then we've got, so basically left, right, left branch, one that goes to the back, which is fairly thick compared to the lower ones, not ideal. And then one here, and then up we go to the canopy. So my goal today probably be to think about this branch a little bit now that I'm in the midst of it. Just prune it back and allow for a little bit more light into the canopy. So with that, here I will give it a quick turn. Again, it's grown really well, so it's like being out in the backyard, and I suppose it's like being in the grow tent in my basement as well in the wintertime. So let's just prune this one for now. It may just be a reprieve. And I'm going to go back to the second bud in both cases. I guess I miscounted there. Or second leaf, I guess I should say. This guy's not doing much of anything, so I'll get rid of that. What else have we got? Yeah, I think I need to slow this down or cut it off entirely. I think for now, what I will do is take it back to here. And then the other thing is that these two are really quite comparable. And this, whether this one is a little starting too low, perhaps there wouldn't be the competition for a person's attention if this one was gone entirely. It just bugs me that this one on the right is as thin as it is. Let me just, we'll see if I develop a little bit more of a willingness as we go along. I suppose I'll go from bottom to top. Now, like I said, over here, I'm not going to do anything in hopes that it does grow out. We'll see. This guy, we've got, I'm thinking, I suppose I'll just, now there's a competition here as well. So I will at least just cut this back. They're not particularly, let's see, I'm just gonna count the leaves. There's 2 leaves there. Okay, I'm gonna cut that back. This is dead. Other than the fact that I cut a little too low, but let's call it that. I'm gonna trim that. Trim this one back to the second leaf. Trim this one back to the second leaf as well. Okay. Okay, and then back here, same thing. We'll just go back a little bit. Now, next branch up, let's look at it from the back. That's a little easier. Again, it is going to the back. Probably just And up here, it's pretty cluttered. So maybe as a starting point, I'll just take, but I think it is nice to have some branches at the back just to give some depth to the tree. Just gonna take them back again. In the springtime, I'll plan to defoliate entirely to see if I can bring the leaf size down, but for now I think this is fine. Okay, let's go further up to this branch here. So this is coming forward a little bit and to the right. Not too bad, but I don't think I want it to get too prolific, so I'll just trim that back. And certainly this one, I think, I was thinking of taking it off entirely. Maybe what I should do is move up. I'll move up. Yep, okay, I'm gonna take that off entirely. Okay, let's go up one more branch. So we've got a branch coming out. It goes straight back. It does have a part that goes upward, and then it subdivides. I don't see any places where that's happening more than one branch into two. If there was a little bit more of a, let's say, one branch into three, I'd think about eliminating that. I don't think I want this one at all. I'm gonna take it off. Then up top, again, generally I'm just gonna cut it back to two. This one is going straight up. I don't like that. I'm taking it off. And cut this back to two leaves. Let's see. This is really quite, I wonder if I ended up wanting to move that. I don't think I want to take it off entirely. Something to consider. Both of these branches, one pretty thin, the other is coming towards the front. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I'm not gonna mess with that. I still have an issue here with these two branches competing, the top and the bottom. And I think what I'll do is just cut this back a little bit. So that's not happening. So let's take that away. Let's take this away. I think this one going straight up is no good. Take this leaf off as well for the same reason. And maybe take that off a little bit as well. Yeah, these two, I'm not ready to make that cut. Perhaps this will end up being a sacrificial branch. Hopefully that's not going to be the case here. Yeah, we'll just, and which means I shouldn't have trimmed it, but you know, I definitely making this up as I go along to a certain extent. Take that little stub off. Okay, let me just look at that myself. Let me just take a look at the top. Take a look at this together. Anything here? Branching, 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 branching. I guess that's okay. I think maybe a little bit more pruning, just back a few leaves in these cases will be good. Got one leaf here, one leaf here. Let's go to here. Let's take this. That's fine, I guess. How about this one? That's fine. Wait, no, it's not. And I'm gonna look at it from the top. Okay, I've got a branch here. Just take this off. And take that. That may be it for now. Well, there you have it. Just a quick pruning. Definitely some structural issues I'm gonna have to deal with, but my hope is that some of these smaller branches will grow out. I may end up having to cut the bottom one off. But certainly I'm happy with how healthy this tree has been, and we'll see in the springtime what it looks like. Thanks.